party people. Back for a continuation of the 3rd chapter of Shattered Wilds. So, I'm not going to do like a fancy speech since this is just a continuation of a chapter, but last time the party met a chaotic little troll named Raymond.
There's another word for him, but it's not kosher for this channel.
It's not kosher. And
leave my son alone.
I was thinking crazy stalker, brah.
Okay, and not only did they meet this crazy guy with weird eyes, Simon caught a glimpse of the sea monster that is the reason, quote unquote, for the closure of Belgate's ports, and it caused him to have a weird daydream. So, when they met Ray again, after learning that he is a goblin who likes to troll people, cough, Dogi, cough, he took them to the rebel headquarters, and where we left off, we had just learned that Hawkguard, the mayor of Belgate, has a connection to the same group that killed Panne's master.
Drama, y'all.
And
drama, y'all.
This is where we're resuming. Okay, so after taking a little time to bring Panne down enough that she's not in hyper murder mode, the whole group has made their way to the tavern to try to talk out the next step to take. So I'm putting in you guys' hands right out the gate.
Panne is just sort of, she has her mace out on the table and she's just staring at it. You can kind of tell she's contemplating how slowly to kill this person.
Excuse me. Muriel. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, being quiet.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
Panne? Maybe you shouldn't have that out right now. I know you're unhappy, but being angry and irrational won't help your master right now.
Torin and Camiriel and even Raymond kind of wince at that.
It is not in my hands. If it were on my person, I would be more tempted to use it. I am contemplating.
Raymond, sorry.
Hoopla just immediately kind of goes over and sits next to Panne as a form of comfort. That's it.
All right.
Okay. Raymond takes a look over at Torin. So, some hell of a religion that your dad picked, huh?
You have no idea.
Clearly I didn't. I mean, I've never exactly been close to Dad, but something like this?
I mean, if it was my dad, I would have followed him in doing it too. Bata says, and he's twiddling his fingers while he says it.
Wait, what? Ray looks over at Bata. What do you mean by that?
No, it's really typical of people to do what their parents do, you know?
It takes a lot of strength to break away from what has been taught to us.
Daddy don't always know best, brah.
Torrin sighs. Father has always had a strange fixation with suffering. I thought that it was because he wanted to stop suffering when I was young and didn't know any better, but I am not so sure now.
Alright then.
Okay, I need... sorry, go ahead.
Alright then. It appears that we're going to need to discuss how to deal with this. Do we sneak in? Do we barge in? What are we doing?
If barging in were an option, Torn would have let me do it the first 5 times I suggested it. Don't give me that, Raymond. If it were that simple, yes, we would have done it a long time ago.
There is also another thing to contend with. With certain things happening, a town without its leader would find itself very vulnerable. So, I would suggest have a leader in place if this one is taken out, so to speak.
Camuriel gives a chuckle. Well, hey, gee, I wonder, and she starts very obviously pointing towards Torrin, if there's anyone here who has experience with leading a group.
I was not insinuating that she would automatically lead. Like I said, it takes a lot to break away from what has been taught to us, and I didn't even know if she wanted this.
Yeah, indeed. We must remember that these are Fae, and they don't always know how mortals operate. So, they are simply asking questions and just making sure. It's like no need to get too upset with them.
I wasn't getting upset. I just thought it was a little obvious. I mean, and she gestures to Fenix. I'm so inexperienced with dealing with Fae, I don't know what it's like to be around them at all.
In any case, he knows only Simon's and my face. If we want to sneak the others in or provide a distraction for him, I will do my best not to eviscerate him upon sight.
Ray snorts. You'll forgive me, Shorty, if I don't think that you're exactly capable of restraint right now. You...
Please do not tempt it right now. Yeah, Simon's just rubbing the bridge of his nose.
Yeah, dudes, let's just chillax for a sec. This is getting way too heavy.
Alright, so... We need to act with subterfuge. So... I've been thinking about it on the way here, and... I'm throwing a few options out on the table. Option 1.
Before we do that... Now she looks around to the other patrons, a couple of whom try to look like they're not listening in. I'm starting to think maybe we should go someplace definitely more private, like, say, maybe renting a room or two? It is pretty late, so...
I do agree. Less eyes and ears, the better.
Not to worry, dudes. I got this. What up, dudes from across the bar obviously spying on us?
Raymond leans over and just covers Ronan's mouth.
Hyacinth
resists. I have a big...
I was going to say Hyacinth resists the urge to slam her head repeatedly on the table.
What, dudes? Put them on the spot and they'll
Raymond's covered your mouth. Alright. Dude, look. I'm someone who runs my mouth too, but I know when it's time to shut the F up.
Alright, let's get back to... Very well, let's go to a large room that can hopefully fit all of us.
Leave this to me. I have spare money. I will rent the room.
Right.
It's going to take this is probably going to take a bit to negotiate. This particular innkeeper's wife doesn't like me very much.
Oh Lord.
If need be, I can sleep outside. It's not unheard of for me and my kind.
Yeah, Fenix just leans towards Kim sideways and whispers, "He doesn't like us either."
Yeah, no. The way I heard it, the innkeeper's wife is a little bit of a censored.
Oh no, you said that censored word.
Fenix just
And you'll
leans
tell
back
me
and
to
puts
be
hand on his
more
chest.
mature. You said a bad word in front of Bata. Shame on
Fenix-
all of you. Hoopla bounces over to Bata and strokes his head. Don't listen to the mean adults. They say bad words. You shouldn't say them.
Oh, Raymond just looks over at the two of them. Oh, you mean like insert about 15 words here?
I feel like this has been lost and it's strangely empowering.
Simon just rolls his eyes. Keep that up, and you might be able to be mistaken for a crew member on my ship.
Okay, dude. I'm normally pretty laid back, but you gotta wash your filthy mouth, brah!
I think I'm going to need a moment. Let me know when the room is ready.
And Hyacinth gets up and walks outside.
I'm gonna need at least 5 or 6 more of these here drinks to drown that out, brah!
Can I join you for one or two of them? It's been a really weird day.
We'll make it a triple, bro.
Okay, Kim kind of elbows Phoenix, and she whispers over to him, I know when you're thinking things, so let's go talk.
Alright.
Okay, so, Kim and Phoenix are gonna go, like, talk, and before we do that, if any of y'all have anything you wanna, like, talk about or whatever. Or... I gotcha.
I am waiting outside.
Hoopla has a good view of, Echo.
Oh, right.
Has a good view of, how do you pronounce it? Udo?
Utu.
Utu. And is just staring daggers at it right now.
Her! Utu is her!
I
I'm
don't know
very
what she
particular about
is. Is
this.
she a robot?
She's an eldritch cannon.
Is that
So
a yes
kind
or
of.
no?
I'm sliding Panne a mug just because.
Okay.
Here we
To
have
make-
discriminate about robots' gender identifications, okay?
Is it a robot? Yes or no? I don't
Yes,
understand why it's
basically.
smart
Do you know what a
answer.
Warforged is?
No.
Oh my god. How are you friends with Solar and not know what a Warforged is? Okay, basic answer, magic robot.
Magic robot. Okay, now I've heard it all.
It's the best
Robots
way I
are
can
magic.
describe it.
Robots are
Anyway.
Okay, I'm dying a little. Okay, anyway.
My
Okay.
favorite robot is Twilight Sparkplug.
Oh. So suddenly Simon finds himself shriveling up because he hasn't had water for 24 hours. Anyway, Utu kind of notices Hoopla staring and kind of scurries her way over and kind of curiously looks at the little fairy dragon.
Okay, yeah, Hoopla immediately arches her back and her wings out and...
Hey, take it easy. Utu's just curious. I think she likes you.
Yeah,
Aw,
Hoopla
their
bats
first
at her.
play date.
What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Hoopla bats at her.
You hear it give like a sort of whir that sounds like a whimper, and it scurries back to Ray. And Ray just kind of scoops her up and is like, "Hey, be nice. She's sensitive."
She's sensitive. I don't even know what she is, or even if she's a. She don't smell real. Strange metal thing. Go away.
Hey! Don't talk that way about my daughter. She's my little girl.
You little. She's made of metal. That makes no sense. Bata, tell him it makes no sense.
Well, it sounds a bit muffled because Hoopla is still on his head. He's like, I'm told this makes no sense. He's still a bit confused and kind of looking up at Hoopla because he's not 100% sure what he agreed to. He was lost in running
Hey.
things.
Hey, I made her. She's alive and special, so she's my daughter. It's that simple.
Oh, so she's a toy.
She's not a toy! How dare you!
Well, dudes.
She's my Utu!
Well,
You named your
dudes.
toy.
Let's just step back, chill out, and stop poking the robo-dog of daughterhood.
The robo-dog, quote-unquote, makes, like, that angry whirring sound at Ronan again.
Well, dude, I meant it as a compliment.
Yeah, I don't think she likes you, goat boy.
Aw, I'm now so sad. My marshmallows have been harshed, brah.
Okay,
so on
Hoopla-
that string... Go ahead, so.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Hoopla
sorry.
cautiously jumps off Bata's head and then approaches Utu slowly.
Utu kinda... Utu doesn't have a face, but somehow she seems like she's nervous.
Yeah, Hoopla's nervous too.
Kinda reaches like a... Uh-oh.
Yeah. Simon looks up. Does anyone happen to have a water skin around?
Yeah, why? What's up?
I don't have one, and ever since this happened to me, I need to I need to drink.
What
I need
happened to you? Ray hasn't seen you yet. You've had your hood on the whole time.
So Simon just you see him kind of just tighten his jaw, and he just inhales. Gets up from the table, walks up next to Ray. Not a word.
Okay.
And he slowly lifts up the side of his hood and shows him one of his ears.
Oh!
So, I have been increasingly thirsty these past couple days, and I think it would be prudent to have a water skin on my person.
Okay, question to DM. How do I give someone my water skin?
You just say
you
so?
don't have to. Raymond actually just kind of takes the water skin off of his hip and holds it over to Simon.
All right. I appreciate it. He grabs it.
Hey, I may be a jerk, but I'm not gonna sit here and be a complete bleep. Raymond doesn't have a clean mouth.
He's not kosher for this channel.
No, he really isn't.
Oh, you have no idea.
Raymond is not kosher for this channel.
All right.
Neither am I, but here I am.
All right. I am adding a water skin to my inventory. All right.
Okay, so
That's he checks if he checks if there's any water already in it.
It's about half full right now.
Excuse me, I need to fill this up with something.
Okay.
He's gonna go to the bar and ask for water.
You kind of hear Torin going back and forth with this innkeeper, because he's nice enough, but he is being real cautious about letting any group led by her into the inn. But he looks up when you come over. Hi again. Can I help you?
Yes, Simon pulls out the water skin. Could you perhaps fill this with water?
Oh, sure, that's no problem. He takes the water skin and takes it to a water barrel and just starts filling it. You got a minute to talk to Torin if you want to ask her something.
Seems to be taking a long time just to get a room.
When I said his wife doesn't like me, she leans over. I think she suspects who I am, and I don't mean as Hawkguard's daughter.
Alright. Lock our doors. Got it.
That would be wise. And he comes back over. Here you go. No charge since it's just water.
Appreciate it. He grabs the water skin.
Okay. So does anyone else want to do anything? Because if not, I'm about to go over to Fenix and Camariel.
Just as long as Panne and Hyacinth go at some point.
I think we're good.
I've been waiting this long. I can
one
wait
sec.
a few more minutes.
Just 1 sec, confirming with Bliss. She's AFK at the second. 1 sec.
Okay.
I'm lonely without the love of a quadruped's bra.
Yeah, you can change. Hoopla said everything she wanted to as well.
Okay. So, in that case, we'll go over to, Hyacinth and Panne.
The leaves and branches that are making up Hyacinth's hair wrap slowly but gently around Pan's shoulders, and kind of like in a reassuring hug.
There is nothing but vengeance in my heart at the moment, Hyacinth. I miss him so.
I can't understand the pain that you feel. I understand loss, but it is a very different kind of loss from yours. So I won't try to understand your pain. That would be insulting to your being.
He was my first and only master until his children inherited me. I found him when he was only 11.
And how long were you in service of him?
30 years. I helped raise his children after his wife died in childbirth. I helped bandage his wounds when his shipbuilding master beat him for doing something wrong. I cooked and I cleaned and I took care of him because he was the best person I've ever known. And then he was gone. And I didn't even really get to say goodbye. Not that it would have mattered. It's been 3 years. I've been looking for clues For 3 years.
And if this is the goal that you have set out to do, and if you achieve the goal, what will you do then?
I must get a message to Seamont. My new masters, his children, are there. If I can't go in person, I must at least inform them. Then they will give me new orders. It is the way.
Your way is very strange to me.
I am sure it is strange to many. What other being actually enjoys cleaning who doesn't have a mental issue?
Well,
But-
it's not the strangest thing I've heard that a creature likes to do.
I mean, you're friends with Ronan after all.
True.
Yes.
But I feel very deceived, and I wish that taking this person's life or finding whoever did this could bring back my master, but it will not. I'm not even strong enough to do so.
I want to tell you something. Something that we dryads believe and feel. When a tree dies, the dryad dies with it. But we are still able to feel them. Their memories, their happiness, sadness, anger, love. All the emotions are still there. Hyacinth looks down at Pan. Your master is still there too. He may not walk the earth, but he is still a part of it. As long as the memories you carry with you are in your mind, he will never be truly gone.
I know. Did you know that he's the one who first braided my hair? He was practicing tying knots and braiding rope. He would practice on me. And I've always kept my hair in braids because he liked it that way. Plus, it wound up being practical.
Keeps it out of your eyes during your work.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, the children, my new masters, are excellent people. I helped raise them. How could they be otherwise? But I don't know if they will ever be able to fill that void. I don't know if that void ever gets filled. We brownies live several centuries, depending on what species we serve. We could either outlive several generations or only be there for a part of perhaps an elf's life. I have no idea how they do it. The only other brownies I've ever met are my parents, and I haven't spoken with them in 30 years. How does one move on?
You just do. You exist and move on. You don't know how to do it, it just happens. I know this for fact. Being as old as I am.
I hope to learn more and fulfill my mission. If only to put at least the children's minds at ease.
And I do hope that you find peace as well, Pan.
Alright, I'm good for now.
So am I.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Fenix and Camariel.
Are you sure? Nobody else wants to go first?
You're the
No,
last
that was a legit question.
Okay, so Kim kind of drags Fenix over to one side of the room where they can sit and talk, but still also see if anyone's approaching.
You still got the mask.
Phoenix quietly touches the mask and then just nods.
She looks him dead in the eye. Did they know about? And she kind of points at her face, like in the mouth area, but doesn't really say anything.
No. Only one of these guys who's even seen my face is Hoopla. And I don't think she quite connected the dots.
So, how long are you staying with these guys?
That's the tricky part. And Phoenix just sort of leans forward while sitting. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I'm guessing I'll have to stick with them.
What?
I'm guessing I'll have to stick with them for a while.
Why? What's going on?
Okay, he's gonna take one look, nobody's listening, and then he lowers his voice as he starts to tell the story. So, you've heard about Akarn, correct?
I know that he's Ray's absolute favorite person in the world.
And you already heard how he opened some portal.
Well, yeah.
Well, it turns out opening that portal and trying to order around being stronger than you. Quite negative impact on the Feywild.
Did something happen to the Feywilds? Hey, Cliff Notes. How about Cliff Notes and just say that Phoenix explains the whole thing?
Okay. Everyone else is having
sorry.
like several minutes of talk, so meh.
No, it's okay. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's just say he gave the cliff notes because I was kind of trying to keep like somewhat vague, but sure.
Holy yikes! So, like, what are you gonna do?
Well, me and these guys. He nods towards the currently split party. We're going to have to find a Cransili and explain what happened. And hope that everything goes back to normal.
You have to try to convince someone of something. You have to try to charm someone, basically.
I know.
That's
You
kind
can
of
tell
what you're
Phoenix is
doing, Rex.
currently just glaring forward.
Well, say goodbye to the Feywilds forever if you're the one who's got to do it.
Hey! Phoenix just nudges Camariel with his elbow. I'm not that bad. Besides, you have the Master Negotiator right over there.
I hope you don't mean the satyr.
He's quite good.
I thought that satyrs were the ones who got drunk.
Ah, he does that too. And Phoenix actually digs something from his pockets, and it's his sketchbook and he shows Kim certain sketch he made.
Oh. Why are you hanging out with them again?
Well, aside from being in the same mess.
Okay, so she looks over in Simon's direction and then leans over to whisper to Phoenix. Okay, by his accent, he's from where we are, isn't he?
Phoenix quietly goes quiet again and then nods. Reminds you, but honestly, he acts a little bit like John.
He does?
He's about as reliable.
Oh, wonder what he'd think to hear you say that.
Where is John anyways?
I don't know. After what happened, things just weren't the same, you know? I couldn't stay there anymore. I think I lasted maybe another year there before I bounced out the same way you did.
I'm sorry I wasn't there.
It's not your fault. I understand why you left. Guess I couldn't watch our family be broken up again.
So now it's broken 3 times.
She leans over and puts her head on his shoulder. What else is new?
Well, at least I found you.
Yeah.
While I think I will have to move on soon again to this travel, I think I can rely you being here. What's Torin?
I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
Torin kind of reminds me of you. She's looked after me ever since we met. And well, I actually feel like I'm accomplishing something here.
You know, they'd be proud of you.
I like to think so.
You came out the best of us, and Phoenix just pats on Kim on the head, just quietly stroking her hair.
I miss them.
Me too. But hey, now that I know where you are, if I find them,
Yeah.
I can bring you news.
That'd be nice. No, she whispers to Phoenix. But what are you going to do if he finds out about you?
And suddenly Phoenix goes a little bit stiff, and he's like, and then he's loud, slow, just, I do not know.
Just promise me that if anything happens, you'll come back here. Had to lose you once. I don't want to lose you again, you know?
Well, if they find out and tell me to leave, I'll be coming right over here. Alright?
Okay. And she gives him a hug.
Aww.
You're at... And then she kind of pulls back and looks at him. You're out of practice with your hugs, aren't you?
Well, yes.
Cause that was really stiff. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were Utu. That was like really stiff.
Oh, funny funny story. You see, I haven't actually been in any other group after I left.
Oh, shock and awe. The loner, or spectral boy decided to stay by himself.
Well, it's part of my nature. Can't help it.
She gives like a half-hearted laugh, and then she just hugs him again, even tighter than before. I missed you! Let me have this! I can't breathe! She loosens enough so that he can breathe.
When did you get that strong?
I'm in a freaking rebellion. Did you think I was gonna stay with that flimsy little girl that you last saw? How many years ago was that, by the way?
Oh, hey, Summer's doing something.
Okay, so I'm guessing that means that they're done.
Yeah, Fenix is just instantly looking elsewhere, like, nope.
Okay, so, back with Torin and Simon. Torin's finally managed to negotiate a room out. If you cause any trouble, if you make my wife angry at all, I'll be knocking on your door and throwing the lot of you out on the street in the night, you understand? Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, we're not going to cause any trouble. And she just elbows Simon. Let's go not cause trouble, okay? She just kind of starts scooting away.
Yeah, it's kind of, Simon just kind of sighs and just walks off wordlessly.
That guy is nice enough, but his woman is a freaking banshee, I swear.
It's that Simon kind of leans back a little bit, and there's this, and that he starts pondering that. Maybe don't use that euphemism in front of this party. I think they might find it a little bigoted.
Well, she whispers to him. It's not like Unseelie are. It's not like Unseelie are very typical or trustworthy, are they? I mean, all of these guys are Seelie, right?
Alright, I'm going to stop you right there. You really shouldn't judge somebody until you get to know them.
She kind of looks between them, and then her eyes land on Ray, and she kind of sighs. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, I shouldn't really judge, considering I let somebody who's got Fae blood into my own group.
Well, there you go.
Alright.
I would like to.
Hoopla! What was that for?
Sneaking around the kitchen.
Sneaking into the kitchen to get some
Oh
food.
god, no! Oh god, no! Okay.
And I nat 20'd.
You guys had a bit of a conversation in the chat.
I'm a... no. I totally missed what's going on because of the conversations. What are you doing?
Doomed.
I'm just sneaking into the kitchen to steal or snag a couple of rolls.
Well, lucky for you, both the head chef and her assistant are busy tending to the fireplaces.
Okay.
So you kind of scoot your way under the table and over here, and you see some extra rolls sitting amongst some of the supplies there.
I quietly snag them. Leaving.
Huh?
I leave, just to be slightly generous, I leave a single silver coin behind.
Okay. And since it's a nat 20, you don't even have to roll to sneak back out. You're just in and out like a freaking ghost.
Yeah. Boop, boop. Okay.
Ghost dragon.
Nah, but
Hey, don't steal my shtick!
Okay, Hoopla is happily frolicking back to the table. I think she doesn't see Simon until it's too late. But
Simon looks down, and the fact that she's carrying food, and kind of puts two and two together. I saw nothing.
I knew I liked you. Hoopla smiles at him and then immediately darts over to Ronan.
Excellent coverage, bruh! Now we can fulfill the union of the drinky bras and the foodie bras.
And they will forever be happy in matrimony in our bellies.
Kim just kinda comes up behind Simon. Did she just steal some rolls?
I saw nothing.
Fenix quietly whispers to Kim, "You know, she is starting to remind me of you quite a bit."
I'm not sure how to take that.
Fenix speed walks. Like, nope.
Alright, so I guess it's time for all of us to go to our rooms.
Hang on a sec. Why didn't I think of this until just now? I'm professional, I swear.
Could somebody cook it, Panne?
Yeah, I was just about to ask, where did your short friend go?
She went outside, along with Hyacinth. I assume they're just talking.
Probably best to give him some room, brah.
I give him a wide berth. They'll come back eventually. Or we could just go out and say, hey, we're going to our rooms.
If we're going to discuss what to do, we should probably go get them.
Alright, I'll get him. So we'll just say that Simon goes over and just motions over to them. It's like that we're going to rooms.
Hyacinth slowly pulls her hands up from the ground, and as you see her, and as she does that, you see small roots retreating back into her hands.
That was refreshing.
She looks down at Panne.
I don't always need to eat the plants in order to get energy.
True. But one day I will make the tea.
Hyacinth just chuckles.
Okay, so...
Instead of
Getting on
spilling
up
the
to
tea,
the-
I will make it.
Okay, so...
Hyacinth is kind of like huddled into the corner because there's a lot of people in a very tight room, and she's trying to give as much room as possible, being a big, giant woman.
I am taking out the corner.
All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
I'm already there!
I saw that coming a mile
I
away.
hate everybody.
I've been singing that to myself for about a month now because Hyacinth.
Literally, just fun facts for everybody. She is 7 feet tall, so
Yeah.
she is literally the size of Anthony C.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
She is tall beam in many ways because she is also a vegetation.
Okay.
Panne is sitting on the table in the corner just to sort of be somewhere near eye level.
Torn comes, stands over here and just leaning against the wall. So, what's everybody's thoughts on us making our way to House Hawkguard?
Well,
Because we do need to go there if we're going to find any sort of information.
oh, that was not even a question, but the question was how. So, I have been thinking about this, and there are a few options to consider. First option, well, not really options, more of factors to consider. The mayor appears to not hold any hostility towards Panne and myself. So, and he is expecting us back when we have captured you. So, I'm just throwing this out there. Could we do a fake capture?
It's a thought, but I wouldn't count on you being able to take me directly to him. Dad keeps a retinue of guards around the grounds at all times. He'd likely have some of them take me to him and leave the two of you outside. It's not definite, but it's something to keep in mind.
Isn't there a way that Simon and Panne could insist on coming in with you to ensure that you are delivered to him and to ensure that they get their desired wish?
Dad, we do have an end of the bargain he needs to cooperate with.
What bargain is that? What did he promise you?
Help for Faykeep.
You think he's going to keep that promise?
No.
After learning about this, definitely not.
But it would create the excuse needed to get in. We would say we have a document for him to sign, or we need a letter promising support. That would allow us to accompany you.
You must not be very experienced dealing with arrogant, self-involved humans.
Arrogance is not only a human trait.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Room recognizes Hoopla, bras.
So does Ronan's hat, apparently.
It sounds to me that we need to play a trick.
Ray's eyes kind of light up a little bit. And it's like, I already like this.
You say that he has lots of guards?
Yes.
We're all pretty skilled. Why don't we nab a couple of guards, steal their uniforms, and then we take her in ourselves?
Simon raises his finger.
No death.
Good thinking. However, there's one small issue. He looks towards Panne. No pun intended.
I'm small. I've gotten over it.
She can hide under one of your capes, maybe, and I can turn invisible.
Well,
I don't think I could pass off for a human either, Hoopla, given my size.
Who said we all had to be there?
Besides, honestly, Hyacinth, you might be a little bit more stealthy than the rest of us. You could always just blend into the vegetation.
I do have another spell that could give us cover.
She looks over at Simon.
Remember the fog?
Yes.
Just tell me if there's a window.
There's a...
I can give you coverage to get in a window. Fog thick enough where they won't be able to see their hand in front of their faces.
I have a better idea. But it would require a little bit more patience.
Yeah?
We could steal uniforms. Make it easier to get around and get in. The fog could cover Hi and Panne. But we would still need a bigger distraction just in case. Bata, You think your goblin friends could do some
Oh lord.
distracting?
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh lord. Oh lord. Oh lord. Oh
Bata's
lord.
nodding profusely as
Out of
like,
character, Big Strong has come to save the day!
yes,
Oh
I like
my
this idea. Bata is really enthusiastic about this idea and being the distraction if it means he can finally fight someone, because he was kind of twitching about that for a while.
I love this plan. I love this plan. I love this plan.
But also likes this plan.
But
Oh,
my
Lord.
Corin kind of
Oh, Lord.
smirks.
Yeah, my fog could probably give you and the goblins a chance to be less recognizable until the last moment, if you catch my point.
I'd
Makes
also,
sense.
Out of character, I love Big Strong.
I'd also,
No, don't worry, you have now opened the door for big, strong Bata to come out.
alright. I'd also like to throw this out there. I do have a special ability that he pulls down his hood.
Camariel and Torin like jump. But, hey, wait a minute! You look like some of those weird guys that some of the guards have. Whoa!
He is not one of them.
I mean,
He's
obviously he's
not-
sane enough to talk, but still.
He has been touched by the same magic, but through help of a friend, he was able to avoid the other's fate.
Yeah, you see Simon swallow at that. Continuing.
If we have the means to, we would like to thank that friend, because that friend is also responsible for helping us survive as well. But that is not necessarily what we need to be focusing on at the moment.
Yes.
We are all
For that
grateful to
reason,
Simon.
let's let Simon finish.
Alright. I have experimented with my magic for a long time, and I found out that I can create small illusions on myself.
Ray looks over at you. Illusions?
Yes. A few nights ago I tried experimenting a little bit, and I can actually hide these features if I so choose, but maintaining it is a lot of effort. My record is only an hour.
So it might be best for you to sneak in while the fog and the goblins are distracting the main people outside.
Not only that, a bad idea popped into my head. I'm not married to it.
Well, let's hear it.
Hyacinth gestures to Bata and Hoopla. We've got goblins coming in and a dragon wanting to switch outfits with the guards. I highly doubt it could get any worse than that.
Damn it, don't do that to
It's
me.
okay.
Water.
Big Strong will come through, and Big Strong has never failed a task. Because I only had one. But I succeeded.
I am, I used to be, and I am not proud of this, I used to be in a cult. Headed by a Karn.
Ray's eyes widen. Then, is that why you smell so much more like him than the others do?
I would assume so. Anyways, I could, since I am very familiar with him, disguise myself as him.
If he is in cahoots with a Khan, that might not be a bad idea.
You can see. Okay, Bata and Fenix roll perception.
Una momento.
Hang on.
I see nothing.
I see nothing.
Oh.
Wow. Let's get those patrols out of the way.
Roll
Yeah.
20. Why do you hate us? I guess that's gonna go unnoticed.
Actually,
I
can I
already
just
do.
claim inspiration from having big, strong energy that moment?
You know what? What the hell? What the hell?
Channeling the power of big, strong, Bata looks at his failed roll and says, "No." Bata now re-rolls because big, strong can do that.
That was too funny. I couldn't not do it. Okay, so Bata, when Simon mentions when he mentions disguising as a Karn, you notice that Ray kind of clenches one of his hands and his jaw tightens. And also a few of the stars that are in his eyes kind of seem to fade away, although he seems like he's doing his best to maintain a calm exterior.
Hey, Ray? Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
No, dude, we mentioned guards, and it seems like all the confidence got knocked out of you. Or disguising as the guards.
A Karn, not the guards.
Oh, sorry. I misheard you from a moment ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tor and Kim look over at him. Are you okay, Ray? Yeah, I mean, considering Ray just before she can finish the thought, Ray just kind of turns and starts marching out of the room really fast.
Simon calls after him. It was only a suggestion. Oh,
Bata's just big, strong, is confused. He does not know what to make of this situation.
Utu kind of scurries towards the door and lets out a sort of whirring whimper.
I'm
Well, you guys have the planning in hand. I will go check on Raymond.
all right.
Actually, Phoenix, may I? Please.
Simon just sits on the bed and holds his head in his hands.
Bata
I'll just shut up forever now.
Bata looks at
Fenix is
Hyacinth
gonna
and
pick up
shrugs.
Utu and walk out.
Okay, I guess you're both going after him. And Kim goes over to Simon. Don't feel bad. He's kinda not okay when it comes to a Karn.
He did try to kill all of us. A Karn is not a good person.
Join the club, bros. We got togas.
I wish it was that simple.
What did he do?
Torin winces. That's not our story to tell. It wouldn't be right.
Very well.
It was a good idea, Simon. It still is. Don't be
It is
sad.
a good idea. It is a good idea, and it's definitely one I want to take into consideration.
I do believe we should try to get you as close to the mayor's office before you transform. That way you don't have to hold it the entire time you're traveling through his house.
Yeah, and you were just thinking about the best solution. Bata's nodding. Big Strong approves of that idea. It sounds like a smart idea. Bata's still trying to vibe off of the confidence from that.
Besides, I still say we got a heavy hitter team, bros. We got Big Brain, Big Strong, the deepest little dragon dudette of the land, and Crazy Persuasion King.